Could I ask you? You mentioned MJF, my good friend. I think, and I've said this on many different platforms. I think he's one of, if not the best thing going in pro wrestling today, regardless of promotion. I'm a huge admirer of his work. He reminds me of prime 1980s Roddy Piper. The way he conducts himself, just the mic work, everything about him. A few months ago when we did that interview and even afterwards, like when he's talking about his contract, and now I think you've done a nice job of kind of blending that into the program as well. And it's stuff that fans, especially of my generation, like we like that stuff when we're not sure what's a work, what's a shoot. He's calling you a mark, all that stuff. Initially, were you comfortable with him talking about, because in the business historically, we don't know when contracts are up. Were you comfortable with all of that?
This is one of those things that I don't want to talk about, but I do think I agree with everything you let off with. I think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. It's amazing how much he's accomplished already at such a young age. He's a great talent, and I have so much respect for that part of what he does. And, you compared him to Roddy Piper. I think I grew up idolizing Roddy Piper, Ric Flair.
A few minutes later.
Could I just follow up, if I may? Like, the reason why I'm so drawn to MJF is because he talks about this side of the game. You're a football guy. We love the business side of sports, right? Free agency, transfers, deals. This, I think, is brilliant. So I'm just curious, why don't you want to talk about it? Like, why? This, I think, is part of his appeal, and I think it's great for the storyline, his spot in the company. He's going to be a free agent in a year and a half or so, and you're talking about it on the broadcast as well.
Yeah, but I don't see how, going into detail about it, other than talking about his wrestling and what he brings to the show. And of course, everything he brings, his great promos, his great ideas. There's a lot there. But, I think you're starting, if you want to get into the contracts and that aspect of it with me, same as my other jobs. If you wanted to talk about the contracts at Fulham, I would probably be kind of vague. I would say, I really like the player. I think it's good business we're doing. And I think it's a great transfer that we're making, and we're doing a smart move for the club. But, you getting into the numbers and stuff, rarely will I do that.
When he was on my show, he just said that he came to terms with you on a deal, but not an extension. Can I ask if that was accurate?
Yeah, I don't want to comment on what we did, but I think he's been well compensated.
What was going through your mind at that press conference Labor Day? I mean, I was just trying to watch you as Punk, who I know quite well, was, saying what he had to say. I was dying to know what was just happening in your mind in that moment as all that was unfolding. Could you share any of that with us?
I cannot share any of that with you.
Okay.
But I
Were you upset?
I can't talk about it, but I appreciate, and understand that you had to ask.
Fair enough. Could I ask, what is the state of your relationship with CM Punk?
You can ask, but I appreciate that you asked, but I cannot answer that, my friend.
Okay, fair enough. Could I ask, what's the state of his relationship with AEW? Like, is he going to come back? Is he suspended? I think there's a lot of intrigue, a lot of questions regarding where he sits right now. I know he's nursing an injury, but is he going to come back, or is that up in the air?
You can ask, but I cannot answer that and comment, my friend.
Fair enough. And what about the other particulars involved in the alleged incident afterwards? Can you comment on their status with the company? Are they back at least?
It's the whole thing. I just the whole thing. Talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I
understand. I had to ask.
I understand what you got to do.
At least you tried.
Obviously, he hasn't signed with anyone. We don't know. There's rumors he might be coming back. Did you ever have a conversation with Wyndham or his management about coming to AEW?
I don't want to talk about people I haven't talked to, but he's a great guy.
Got it canceled. Now I have to get to your tweet. You said something to the effect of you couldn't be more different.
Yeah, I did say that. I think Dave got one more dig in, but yes.
Again, my fault. Oh, Nick is a snake. There it is. Yeah, but you said two more different people we could not be. Here's to not being two-faced. Here's to the big week on AEW TV, the AEW Dynamite 3-year anniversary Wednesday on TBS, our first XL 2-hour 50-minute episode Friday, the first ever live 2-hour AEW Rampage Battle of the Belts on TNT. There it is. So in case you were thinking that I wasn't trying to read, I was just trying for brevity to...
You really gave it the whole thing.
The whole
Thank
spiel.
You. Thanks, pal.
Have you ever met Nick Khan?
No.
So how do you know that he is two-faced? I'm just wondering, like, where the feud comes from. Like, why, to the best of my knowledge, he hasn't taken any shots at you publicly. Correct me if I'm wrong. You would know.
I would rather somebody take shots at me publicly.
Why?
I would rather, I have no problem with if somebody has a problem with me saying it to my face. So, yeah, I don't know.
So why do you feel like he is two-faced? Why do you feel
I didn't say, Dave said that. I said, Dave, we're two completely different people.
Said two,
and then I promoted my show. Two more different people we could not be.
Here's to not being
two-faced, because I'm not the guy you're talking about. And I had heard Nick called them, and that was why I did it. I've also told him this since. So, I've not it was not like, it was just an honest thing. It was, yeah.
You said that to Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have talked to him?
Not in person. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, you asked if I'd seen him in person.
You had conversations. I didn't even know that. You've had conversations with him?
Yeah.
About what?
I don't know. But nevertheless,
Was it a positive conversation?
I don't want to get in, if I may. But again, this is I understand why you asked, but okay. I can't.
By the way, shoot right now. I'm shooting. I had no idea you've ever talked to him. That's why I asked the question. It wasn't like.
Well, yeah, I'm super transparent. I mean, I haven't met him, but I have talked to him. And
was it recently?
After this. I don't want to say.
Okay.
But
did you say it in the phone? Can I ask, in the phone call, did you say there's only room for one con in this business? Did you say that to him?
I can't say.
Nothing. Wow, you're really stonewalling me here on this.
No, I think I've given you a lot.
No, you have.
I'm trying.
What is your relationship like? Do you talk to him? A lot, or was it just?
I can't.
Okay,
I can't.
You can't.
But I.
Have you ever talked to Triple H?
Yeah.
Recently?
No.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Recently?
No.
How long ago?
A long time ago. I would say I would.
Was
actually.
This pre-AW?
Yeah, I think we all used. I thought we were friends. Actually, I think we used to be friends. So.
Well, now you're. More competitors than friends, right? Maybe.
No, I was not a competitor at all. I was a football.
Oh, now.
Player. Yeah, now I haven't seen him in a long time, but I wish him the best. They used to.
Was it about like doing work with your family?
I'm a big wrestling fan. I have a lot of friends around, and I'm also in Florida. And they were in Florida, so it's a small world, and they were really nice to me. Once upon a time as a football owner, and it was a totally different time.
Sure,
but yeah, it's been a long time.
Do you think that's the right crew to lead them in, as a wrestling fan? Like, is that the right trio to lead them in this new era?
I don't know.
But wait, there's more.
So, as we sit here today, I think one of the biggest stories, if not the biggest story as far as wrestling is concerned in 2022 was Cody Rhodes coming over to WWE. Did you try hard to keep him? I still can't almost believe that he was part of the foundation of the company. Did you try hard to keep him?
I can't. Again, we're in the realm of stuff I can't talk about, but I have a ton of respect for Cody and really like Cody a lot and wish him the best in everything he's doing.
Was it surreal for you to see him over there after, being sort of in the trenches with him for 3 years?
I can't talk about it. I definitely.
Why can't you talk about that?
I don't want to talk because I don't think it'll serve me well.
Okay.
And frankly, when I talk about, I'm not necessarily the same guy as some person who shares my surname.
Why do you have to say it like that? Why can't you just say his name?
Who's that?
Nick Khan. You've talked to him on the phone. You probably talked to him more recently than I have.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I do know that tonight is the 3-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite, and I'm very excited about it. And I got to tell you, this has been a great first appearance on your show. I really appreciate you having me on. And
I feel like you're wrapping me up here. So
I'm not.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
I'm not. I'm saying that.
I appreciate it. I think this was good. I think
we've done a lot.
We've said it all. We've done it all, as Howard Stern likes to say. No, it won't.
All right, you guys got this. All right.
Yeah.